This is Teddy Jacobson, and Janet and I have decided we're going to teach you how to improve your own guns, because I get so many calls and most people are totally confused about everything. As far as my guide rods, I have two sizes. I make this is for the government model, and this is the shorter one for the commander model. See, it's shorter.
I can't tell the one shorter than the other at that angle. Not at that angle.
All right, let's put it down here. Does that help?
That's better.
Okay. Yeah. Would it help if I put the light on?
Yeah.
This better. Okay. Now, when I have them, I get them in. They're very crude around here. See, the edge is very rough. But some have the angle proper and some don't. Like, for instance, this one does not have the angle that I need, and I'll show you why. So, for instance, let's say I wanted to, before you ever buy this, I take this and I clean up this entire edge the way I want it. Everyone is done like this before you buy it. I do this all by hand. The only one that helps me is Janet. And you see it's starting to shine and take shape the way I want it. And I'll show you why I do all this. And on this end, I put a slight bevel. Okay, and before I even polish it, which next step would be to polish this edge, but I'll show you why this angle is so critical. See this? There's an angle here, and to me it has to be perfect. So let me show you why. I am going to take this out. This is a 1911. It's a government model. See the angle that this is? Can you see that all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This guide rod head has to interface at that angle. I put an angle here so that it's horizontal. If I didn't have that angle cut, it would be like this. I don't want that. I want it to be like this.
Your fingers are in the way.
Okay, let's put it down like this. I want it to be like this. If I didn't have that angle, it would be up like this.
Okay.
Now, this is the commander. This would be the shorter one. It's a different ball game. But I don't have a commander in front of me, so I'm just going to show it to you on a government. Now, let's say you have a spring here. And let's say you didn't have the money or you didn't have the resources to get a stronger spring for now. There is always a way around that, especially a magazine. This is a Wilson magazine for 1911. I'm trying to take it apart for you, show you something. Okay, This is a very weak magazine spring. Okay, let's move this slide. Let's say you take a tape measure. Let's say you didn't have another magazine spring. And for now, you needed to use this one, but it doesn't work. It's too weak to bring up the cartridges properly. What you could do for now is measure the length of this spring. Let's say it's 5 3/4. You could conceivably stretch it out 1 inch. Take this spring, put it in a toaster oven, leave it in there for 35 or 40 minutes at 340 degrees, and then let it air dry or air cool by itself, and it'll retain its length and strength until you can get a stronger spring or a new spring. So you can still use this spring if you do what I tell you.
That's a great tip.
Yes, you can. The same goes for a recoil spring.
You're at 6 minutes and 24 seconds.
Okay, we're going to go a little longer. I have one thing else I want to cover. This here is the original tool that I made for thumb safety installation. In the meantime, I made bronze pry bar, and this is the equivalent. This is an aluminum piece I had made, and I had it vinyl coated to replace this. You don't need the handle. So, let's say you want to take your thumb safety out of a 1911. You put it in the up position with the hammer back, wiggle it a little bit, and it should come out. Let's see. In the up position. It won't scratch your gun. It's not steel. Take this out. I want to show you something.
What was the material that's made out of again?
It's a bronze pry bar.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's say you want to take this here out. There should be no, look how filthy it is. Look. There should be no kink in that spring. Look what they did. Can you see that? How crooked it is? It's a 1/2 inch spring. They put a kink in the middle. And the reason they put a kink in the middle is so when you take the thumb safety out, this whole assembly doesn't fly out. It's wrong. You don't need a kink in the middle. That means you're only operating on 2 1/4 inch springs, because you've essentially ruined this spring. If you had this spring intact, no kink, all you got to do is put a little tiny amount of grease while it's in the tube. It will not fly out.
Okay.
And so our tool, let me show you when I put it back. I'll show you something here. This will help you. Our vinyl tool will not scratch the frame, nothing, back in. It's made not to scratch anything on your gun. That's why I had it made like this. You can use it to pry anything and to install your thumb safety or anything. No problem. And I hope this little short video will help you understand some of the tricks that you can use yourself without having a gunsmith look at it or shipping your gun to the factory. And I hope this helps you. This is Teddy Jacobs.